Lots of discussion at the moment in the SEO community and the general online blogging community. After 14th of September, Google released its latest so-called helpful content update. And those of you were really interested recently in my autoblogging AI case study, where I put 500 pages on the website and they all ranked within a few weeks. Now, with all these AI case studies, there's always this sense of how long is it actually going to last? First of all, does it work right now? And is it actually going to work into the future? Now, at the time of recording that video a few weeks ago, it was ranking really, really well. And I had pages going live and getting indexed and ranking within about 3 weeks. So that's exceptional. Even human content will often struggle to rank that well. So the fact you can now produce 500 to 1,000 of those in an afternoon and get them indexed, and it all works out really well for a cost of less than 50 cents per article, I highly recommend autoblogging.ai. So check out the description below. Got some bonuses for you there so you can get the best price. But the big question is, with the helpful content update, how has that actually affected my sites and my various AI experiments? So we can see there are a lot of negative movements in August, particularly around the August update. But I don't see any correlation here. It seems like a lot of the negative movements were before that. And that seems quite natural for these fairly new pages that were still going to be up and down for their first few months of rankings. But from the 14th of September update, if anything, the volatility seems to have smoothed out. And actually, there's lots of positive movements. So if we scroll down, really not seeing any big dives here. Granted, these aren't necessarily major keywords with traffic, but definitely some ones with volume and CPC that are moving up. Now, for this other AI project, this is the case study I presented in the How I Ranked 500 AI blog posts in 3 weeks review and tutorial, because basically I built this site as an expired domain. The last one was an expired domain as well. That one was a DR30. This one's only a DR of 10 or so. It's now up to 16. But I started it in November, when just before the latest phase of the latest AI tools. So at the time, the best bulk AI tool we had was Article Forge. But the content quality was terrible. It was the best we had. So I put that on there and then forgot about it. So I had a fair few pages of Article Forge content. But then miraculously, 6 months later, having forgotten about it, some of those pages started to rank really well. So as I recommend, I went into those pages and improved them. So using my process of ChatGPT plus correlational SEO tools, if you search Power Lever Method, go to my website, at the top there's my ChatGPT Prompt Architect. That's the tool that I use internally to produce really good quality surfer optimized content using ChatGPT. So it'll spit out a prompt and you can use that. So it only takes 10 minutes to do a perfect article rather than a bulk AI article. So having realized that for some reason Google really likes this domain despite the terrible content, that's when I decided to go all in. Let's just hit it with 500 pages with autoblogging.ai. And that's how we got those really good results within the 3 weeks. So if anything, it looks like this site did suffer a bit as a result of the August update. But again, if anything, September seems to be more positive. So if I scroll down, plenty of keywords here with good volume and CPC, which have moved up. There's a 3,000 a month volume. It's moved from position 10 to 15. That's not going to be related to the update. But then 3,000, 150, 1,500, 76 cents. So loads of positive movements. These AI sites have had no impact as a result of the latest update. Now, in complete contrast, this is how the update seems to have completely wrecked one of my sites that was really good quality. So DR30 expired domain, I was hiring subject matter experts to write all my content and had something like 1.5 million words on it over more than 1,000 articles. So we had topical relevance, we had expertise. Every single page was fully optimized with Surfer, so about 2,000 to 3,000 words long, high content scores, subject matter experts with lots of expertise, authority, and trust. We link out to other resources who prove this is a real person, a real expert, and yet it's being completely whacked, apparently by the latest update. I mean, there's a chance it wasn't the update, but as we're comparing like with like, so it seemed like August did quite well for it. But then suddenly, a week after the September 14th, getting really big drops. So if we scroll down here, just seeing all these rankings destroyed. Not the worst in the world, but as we know, that position 1 gets double the traffic of position 2, which gets double the traffic of position 3. That's the reason my link building agency, I recommend picking just a few really key pages that would make the total difference to you if you just moved up from the bottom of page 1 to the top of page 1 and go all in on those, because that's how you can get exponential returns. So in this case, moving down from position 3 to position 7, that's going to have a significant impact on my traffic. So overall, looking disastrous. Now, this really does reflect what a lot of people have been talking about with this update, seeing loads of bloggers widely publicized online saying, they have handcrafted this blog over years and years, subject matter expert, doing what you're supposed to do, and they've been completely destroyed. And meanwhile, these AI sites are popping up all over the place, so far not being tarnished. Meanwhile, Google has come out saying at the same time that backlinks are no longer one of the top ranking factors with Google. And we're all laughing because, as usual, what Google says and what it actually shows and demonstrates do tend to be very different. And they've always said links are less and less important. Everything we've seen before is that links are always important. See my video on Parasite SEO where I talk about how we've got these major news websites which can rank for anything, all these really competitive supplements with terrible content, no expertise, authority, and trust, no topical relevance, but just through sheer link power alone. So, and that seems to be the same thing with this example. Most of there are different communities within the online publishing and SEO world. And some say that you should basically be a blogger, handwrite lots of blog posts, completely cover a subject, don't build links because Google doesn't want you to do that, and then you will be rewarded. Then you've got more sort of aggressive SEO side of things where we're only going to build a small website, 50 to 100 pages maybe, and we're just going to hit it with links and make sure it's fully SEO optimized. So it won't be the biggest expert authority on the internet, but it's going to have all this power. We only want to rank for this affiliate keyword or this commercial term and make money from that. Therefore, let's optimize the content, optimize the site, and go hell for leather making that rank. So what we're seeing is that latter approach, that more aggressive SEO-based approach, seems to be being rewarded. It seems like Google's looking at these bloggers who have handcrafted all this content over years and years, and they just simply see the value and benefit of an AI website. If it's had these backlinks, then they seem to be unaffected. So Google's ambiguous whether you're using AI or human writers or not, at least at this stage in time. So the main variable we still have is the link building. So I'd say you don't just want to be a blogger and putting your content out there and hoping it sticks. That was definitely a learning I had years ago. That's why I started my link building agency, because I used to be in that camp of don't understand links, far too technical, you're not supposed to do it, you might get penalized, to then realizing actually, if you build a few links to your most profitable pages and move up those rankings, you can triple your income in a very short space of time. Unfortunately, I sold my main affiliate website before I made that realization, and I'm always thinking what I missed out on. If only I had built a few links and started building links to that site. It was already making a couple of thousand a month, but I could have scaled that massively with the backlinks. So this is what Google's telling us, that links still work, AI content doesn't matter. So going forward, I would say, still focus on quality, but don't be afraid of AI content and don't be afraid of building links. It's all about the power, it's all about the volume. And as ever with business, take action. So hopefully that's useful.